Umar Ahmed, IFL TV, MTK Global, on the BELLEW HAYE 2 Open workout today. Joined by the main man, Dave Colwell.
No, not the main man, just the sporting cast.
How you doing, Dave?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, obviously we caught up on Tuesday, where you had some choice words for Adam Morley.
Do you know what it is? You know what? At the end of a long day, don't forget I was training the McDonald twins, Jordan Gill, driving up to Liverpool, dealing with all that, getting ready for the press conference, dealing with all the press conference. At the end of the day, sometimes you just let off a little bit of steam.
We all do.
And yeah, it is what it is. Some people can go up there and be comfortable, and some people can't. And I was a little bit unfair on how I went off, but listen, I'm human. It was the end of a long day. No food. I get just as grumpy as fighters when I'm hungry. I've gone from 8 o'clock in the morning without any food. So yeah, I was a little bit out of order, but I stand by what I say. He is funny. He is funny, mate. I stand by what I say. And he is great entertainment. He's
plastered all over the internet now.
Yeah.
Obviously, the In-Betweeners reference.
Yeah.
Well, it's done all right for his profile.
Listen, it is what it is. I'm Penfold. He's Will off In-Betweeners. There's so many names and characters in this fight
like a pantomime.
Between both camps. It is what it is. You can't take it personally. I don't take the shit that I get Penfold-wise. It is what it is. You know what I mean? If people see a resemblance in that, it is what can you do? You can't change their opinions. It is what it is. So, you just take it, just let it.
To be fair, for a United fan, I thought the Liverpool reception you got was pretty decent, wasn't it?
Yeah, not bad at all. Yeah, I was surprised at that. That was good.
Okay, we've just seen obviously Tony hit the pads in their review. I have to say, from my personal opinion, it looks much like Lena. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you say that's right?
All I'll say is he's in great shape. He's in great shape. He's fast. He's sharp. He's reacting. I'm happy with where we are. Sparring's gone great. It's the same old stuff. I mean, people say, well, he's not going to say it went terrible. This is a blah blah blah. No, I'm happy with where it is. Genuinely, 100%. I'm happy where we are.
I didn't see Jordan Gill down here today.
No, he's going to come down on Thursday.
Okay.
It wasn't required to come down here, and so he's going to come down on Thursday.
Now I saw this thing on Sky Sports last night. So Jordan Gill been sparring actually. Tony. Obviously Tony wasn't hitting back, but.
So what that was, the sparring partner was supposed to have come, cancelled on that night. The previous night. We were sparring in the morning. So trying to get somebody to come in, you can have brought into camp at last minute. It's not happening. So rather than have nothing, Jordan Gill's a very, very fast fighter.
Of course.
He twitches, feints, dummies, which is going to cause him to keep working his reflexes and having shots coming his way. So just defensive work, it's a great exercise for defensive work. It keeps you ticking over until the next spar, and that's what it did. That was a spar. I think that was the Monday, and then the Wednesday we were back to normal sparring people that are going to hurt him. So it's not like it's similar to when people said give me a lot of flack for using Chisora for the last spar, part of the last spar, last time round.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he boxes nothing like David. Oh, right, what are you doing? There's elements. If it becomes a physical fight against, don't forget we were expecting, David A 16 stone. He's never fought against a guy that's 16 stone before. You can't say, once it becomes physical, that's our kind of fight. But if you've not practiced that and seen how strong your man is in a physical fight, so sparring Del Boy and being able to handle Del Boy grappling up close quarters, the sheer strength and brutality of him. Once you know that you can handle that, you can handle a 16 stone David A physically. So it's the same thing with Jordan. That's just one sparring session, just because of everything else didn't work out. But it's a sparring session that had its values because of the reflexes and the timing and him having to react to shots coming his way.
So the thinking behind Jordan Gill, do you think David's going to be more looking to sort of counter punch, feint?
He's going to be forcing the errors out of Bellew, but he's going to be using speed. Whatever he does, whether he's defensive, coming forward, he's going to twitch, he's going to be dummying, he's going to be fast, and he's going to be showing movements and triggering. So if you don't spar people like that, then you're just sparring a static object, and that all becomes a shock to you. But when you're sparring people that do trigger, do twitch, are fast, then it's preparing you. And like I said, you have a sparring session cancelled, that's just somebody you bring in. But I would rather have him come in and do that than him not have that session. That's what it is. Listen, it is what it is. People out there are like, oh, say what you want. I don't care. What the methods that I use and what I do, not everyone's going to agree with, but they are what they are. You know, I don't tell Freddie Roach, Adam Booth, or Ishmael Salas what to do in his training sessions.
Of course. Mentioning Jordan, actually, his stock rose massively when he fought Cunningham last time. A lot of people on Twitter were giving him his praise.
Yeah.
If he does do well on this big stage Saturday night, how quickly can we see him in sort of the big fights at featherweight?
Well, domestically, we're ready to go. Domestically, let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Cunningham fight was a big jump up because he'd gone from 6 rounders against journeyman into a 2-time Commonwealth champion in a 10-rounder. So that was a great learning fight. And then since then, you know, sparring with Jamie McDonald, sparring with Josh Warrington, sparring with people like that is a great experience for him. So he's improved as a fighter already since then. Saturday night, he goes out there, does a good performance, and then one more, and then, you know, we'll see. I think Eddie's putting him on a collision course with Reece Bellotti. I think that's an option. I think it's a great fight. I like Bellotti. He's Mr. Excitement. He can punch, really punch. So it's a nice clash of styles. But there's a lot of good fights out there for him. And you know, featherweight division's a great division. Take your Framptons, Selbys,
Warringtons, all that.
Take them out. And then, you know, the mix below is quite exciting and interesting.
What's your reaction to the whole Wilder 50 million offer thing? Hearn sort of said there's no contract there, didn't want to meet.
Right. If you're offered a fight and anyone can say, I'll pay you X, but you need to know what the terms are. So I'm not saying it's not legit. What I'm saying is they need to sit down at the table, see what the terms are, or be sent a contract that's got the terms in. Because I've been involved in fights, making fights where you agree everything. You're talking on the phone, you agree everything, and then you get the contract through, and it's different to what you read on the phone. Yeah, hang on a minute, nothing was said about this. What do you mean only 2 passes are allowed for that fighter? It needs more than that. Little things to big things like rematch clauses or how much you get in percentage, things like that. So there's all sorts of terms in boxing that need to be settled, and you need to understand before you can actually say yes, I agree. Because if they turn around and say yes, we'll take that offer, and then they get a contract through that says he's required
go Alabama,
but he has to go there for 4 press conferences, and he has to do one in New York, do one in LA, all within this time scale. Well, they can't do that extra training schedule. So well, hang on a minute. So there's so many different things. So let's get them in a room. Let's get them talking, sitting down, get it all done and settled, because it's a fight that needs to happen on both sides. But listen, I like Eddie, I get on with Eddie, but Eddie will have an ego. Their team will have an ego. They need to leave the egos outside the door, go in with the best interest of making that fight. If AJ wants to fight, and Deontay Wilder wants to fight, which I believe both men do, then those people are working for them. So it's their duty to sit in that room, to lock horns and thrash out a deal. And it's got to be realistic. Both parties have got to be realistic. In my opinion, I think it's probably the biggest fight out there in world boxing.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, Joshua Fury might be, once Fury's had his comeback fight.
Domestically,
but at the moment,
I think Fury Joshua is the biggest fight without a doubt. But I think on a world scene, you're
probably right.
I can't think of one that. But anyway, whether it's the biggest or one of the biggest, it has to happen.
Another fight that has to happen really is Brooke Khan. I want to get your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I'd love that. So I think it needs to happen, and personally, I think it needs to happen this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of them's going to get very likely or possibly going to get beat. Look at the weight divisions that they're operating in. So you've got Kell Brook operating in 154. Cool. Look at the champions in that division. That's a tough division, right? To get over a belt, that's a tough division. Ali's probably the easiest route to go down. 147. It's Amir Khan going to win a world title 147. I'm sorry. I would love him to do so, but it's so stacked against him. So what happens is if Kel decides I'm going to go, I'm going to get a world title first, then we can do that fight. Or Khan says I'm going to get a world title first, then that fight can happen. And if either of them get beat first, the value on that fight and the fans and everything, it kind of drops a little bit, and it spoils it. So for me, let's get the fight this year.
So at 147, do you think Khan can't mix anymore with the likes of Spence, Crawford? No,
and that's no disrespect to Khan. He's had a couple of years out.
Yeah.
That takes a lot out of a fighter. And you're talking about some great fighters. I just think it's a really big ask. It's a big jump from your LaGrecos to your Errol Spencers and people like that. And it's like it's like Kel. Kel's got a tough job in the 154.
Charlo, Hurd.
They're tough. They're big punches, strong. It's tough. There's no guarantees that either of them two are going to win world titles in those divisions that they're trying to operate in.
Okay, let's move back to Saturday. If, and in your opinion, when Tony gets the job done this Saturday, what is next out there?
I don't really care right
Yeah?
now. To be honest, I don't.
I thought you'd say that.
Well, yeah. I'm perfectly aware of how dangerous this fight is, the threats that this fight poses. I personally don't think that anyone can rewind time and turn a clock back and then turn out to be better than you have been for years. But if he can, this is a really, really dangerous fight. And so my focus is only on this fight. That's it. And then, please God, everything goes right, we win the fight. It performs like he has been in sparring and in training. Then on Monday I'm flying out with Jamie McDonald.
Japan, of course, yeah.
So basically Monday we'll have a quick discussion before I get on a plane.
Okay, Dave, good catch up with you again. A last message before Saturday night?
Just thanks for the support, means a lot. And again, for those that don't like us, sorry, but we are who we are, and that's not really going to change.
Okay, top man, Dave. Thanks for talking to IFL.